Hello, Kinders. I'm going to show you how we use our Dobby the Daubers. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And also, you have a messy mat. It might look like this. It might look like this. And what Mrs. Milligan will say, I'll say, put your paper on the mat and put it on the rack. We always start with the bottom and work our way up. First thing we do, always artists, is no name, no fame. So what do I need to do here? That's right. Check your shoulder, buddy. And then Mrs. Milligan will push my little button, and it'll sound like this. And everybody says, name check. Let's try again. Name check. Awesome. So we've already talked about lines. We've reviewed. We've been line ninjas. So Kinders, what we're doing today, and you already practiced with your dry erase board. We worked on that together. Now we're going to create, because that's what artists do. So when you use Dobby the Dauber, we will have a scrap paper for you to practice first, okay? You unscrew it. We share. We never fight, artists. Sharing is caring. So I will get my scrap paper out, and then show you what we're going to do first. You don't shake it, okay? You don't squeeze it hard. You press it like this. Now, if you leave it in one spot, I'm going to show you this is not what we do. I'll have to take the daubers away. Look at that huge glob, artist. We don't want that. And then if you move it, oh, look, see how I pressed down, and it was too much. Now, if you do something and it's light, artist, then you can come back, okay? And you always put the cap on there, twist it very carefully, and set it in the middle of your table. So on your sheet, let's go back to our project. After we've practiced, we have our name. Then you choose whatever line you want, and I will have something up on the board we've already reviewed today. Oh, see how I didn't have enough? So I went back over. See, I'm taking my time. You also see, artist, how I have my hand on the side of my paper so it won't move. If we go off the edge, that's okay because we're on the messy mat. Now don't do that on purpose, okay? So we put our cap back on, and I'm going to choose another color. Now if you overlap, which I would like you not to do, because these are wet, and so then they will mix and it'll mess up the sponge on the end. So maybe I want overlap meaning another color. I'm going to take this line and go all the way across my paper. Not necessarily do it going, what do we call this, artists? That's right, horizontal. So I'm going to take the pink, and I'm just experimenting, and I'm doing different lines. Now see, it's getting darker and darker. What did Mrs. Milligan say? You can go back and make that work. Now don't sit there over and over in the same spot. I'm going to bring this up here. Oh, I like this. And what lines are those? That's right, that's diagonal. This is dashed, and we have spiral. One of my favorite lines, you know, artist, is zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag. Oh, now I overlapped and I stopped because I don't want to get my sponge dirty. Another line and another color, because I would love for you to have color, baby, color, fill up your paper, is dot. So there's my dot. Go back, do more. Maybe I want to have a dot line over here. Lines are used, artists, you use lines in everything. So there's my dotted lines. Artists, enjoy, have a good time, put the caps on, set it aside. At the end, I want you to carry this like this is a fresh plate of cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and you don't want them to fall off. Okay, so you hold it with two hands, put it on the rack, okay, let it dry, leave the map and the project together, and I'll show you a picture of that. And then you will have a coloring sheet, and remember, boys and girls, we color ooh la la. Kinders, do you see our drawing rack? It's red, and it has wheels, and the extra mats are on the top. Now if you look, Mrs. Milligan is walking, taking my time, and here's my project. I've left it on my messy mat, and I don't try to put it in the top because then you can't see other spots. So remember, we say bottoms up, buttercup. We make sure that it sits on that rack right there, that we're very careful, we're putting it in, and then we stand up and we walk back to our seat and we work on our coloring sheet. When we're doing the drawing rack, boys and girls, it will have to sit there and take a nap till the end of the day so it's dry. So you get your project, and sometimes Mrs. Milligan will keep the project for the art show. That's okay, that's awesome.